Coming of the Kingdom Part 7 Session 11天国的来临第7部分第11讲，我们要把第33段做一个结论。原著的321页。In this light, therefore, we must view the difference between the Old Testament and Jesus' preaching with respect to the place and the formulation of the demand of love. 所以我们必须要从这个角度来了解旧约和耶稣基督之间的不同，就是说旧约和耶稣基督呢，如何表达爱的要求，还有爱的要求这个地位要扮演什么样的角色。The grace of God revealed in Christ also carries the demand of love to its highest consequence. 上帝在基督里所显示的恩典，也同时有爱这个要求陪伴着的，而且是一个要最重要的，要达成最高的结果的爱。Jesus' commandments are the counterpart of salvation preached by the gospel. 耶稣基督的诫命乃是福音所传讲的救恩的相配的另外一面，就是说恩典和诫命是福音的两面。Here appears the full messianic meaning of the depth that is the character of the demand of love of all of Jesus' commandments. 所以这里呢，我们就可以看到耶稣基督所有的诫命里面，他所要求的爱是它的完全的意义，它的深度在哪里，它的性质在哪里。这个是弥赛亚所诠释的，所带来的深层的意义。It lies in the noetic and in the existential sphere. 这个爱是认知这个层面的爱，也是生命存在性的一种的爱。Discloses not only the law but also the heart. 这种爱的要求不单向我们显示了律法是什么，也是显示我们的心的状态是什么。It refers to the letter as well as to the spirit. 这种的爱的要求是指律法的遗文，也是指灵。And is at once a demand and a gift. 这种爱同时是上帝的要求，也是上帝所赐的恩典。These two mutually determine each other. 两者是相辅相成，是彼此影响的。In the fulfillment of the law as an interpretation, the heart is revealed as the place from which will come the issues of life. 当我们看到耶稣基督怎么样的解释律法，以致成全律法的时候，人的心的真正的状态就显露了。因为一生的事都是从心发出 and as the center upon which the demand of the law is focused, 上帝的律法对爱的要求是集中在人的内心。Conversely, 反过来说， the depth of the law is revealed only where the hearts of God's children have been opened by the grace of Christ. 上帝所启示的律法的深度是怎么样能够显示出来呢？唯有当上帝儿女的心由耶稣基督的恩典敞开之后，才能够显示出律法的深度。For the gift of love alone bestows the knowledge of the law. 因为唯有上帝的爱这个恩典才赐给人对律法的认识的。Thus, the fulfillment of the law is both word and deed. 因此，耶稣基督成全律法，一方面是用他讲的话，一方面是他所做的事。As is true in the whole of Jesus' preaching. 在耶稣整个的传道事工都是如此的。In his mouth, it is in the highest sense and the deepest sense, the preaching of the gospel of the kingdom. 在耶稣的口中，我们就听到天国的福音最高的、最有深度的宣讲。本书的第34段 Section 34 The application of the demand of love. 对爱的要求的应用。 Jesus' teaching about the law is not a general theoretical exposition. 耶稣基督对律法的教导不仅仅是一个一般性的理论的一个的诠释 but consists of very concrete incidental applications of the law. 耶稣的教导包含了一些非常具体的对律法的应用 that is to say, indications of the way by which to consider nature and the scope of its validity in the light of the gospel. 意思就是说呢，从福音的角度来看，我们该如何考虑律法如何是有效的，律法的有效性的范围是什么？ This point is all the more important because these commandments reveal the radical character of the demand of love in such a matchless way. 这点是特别的重要，因为耶稣这些的诫命是显示出爱这个要求是多么的彻底，而且这个爱的要求的显示是多么的美，多么的无可比较。And the problem arises as to how they may be carried into effect in human society. 那问题是，这些的爱的诫命怎么在人的社会中能够执行呢？ It is this question that has always evoked and kept alive the discussions about Jesus' commandments in general and about the Sermon on the Mount in particular. 就是这个的问题，如何执行耶稣的爱的诫命？关于耶稣的诫命呢，就历代都有讨论跟辩论，特别是关于登山宝训 and has again and again been indicated as the problem of their feasibility. 所以一次再次人们问的问题是，可行吗？ It is true that in our exposition, this category of the feasibility is of little use. 不错，当我们解释耶稣的教导的时候，行吗？可行吗？这个概念是没有用的。Here we are not concerned with the naturally subjective question about the possibility. 我们这里不是在讨论到很自然人会主观问的这个可能性的问题 but with the necessity of the execution of Jesus' commandments posited in the gospel. 我们要的问题是，耶稣基督在福音书里面所给的命令是不是必须执行的 the necessity of the execution. Nevertheless, anyone who is willing to obey this demand in faith will be induced to try to form an as accurate an idea of the concrete meaning of these commandments as possible. 无论如何，若有人愿意借着信心来遵行这些的要求的时候，总是会想把这些诫命的具体的意义理解的越准确越好。This concerns especially the radical commandments of the Sermon on the Mount. 在于登山宝训那些所谓极端的彻底的诫命，尤其是如此 such as the demand for leniency toward the adversary. 譬如说要放过我们的对手仇敌，马太福音第5章25节起，参考路加福音12章57到59节。The prohibition against taking an oath. 耶稣禁止人发誓，马太5章33到37节。Of retribution and the concomitant demand of the so-called defenselessness. 就是说不要报应人家打你，你可以左脸给他打。Of lending without asking back. 借钱给别人，不要求一定偿还。第38到42节，参考路加福音第6章29到30节。Of love one's enemy. 还有爱我们的仇敌。马太福音第5章43节起，参考路加福音第6章27节起。The same questions occur again in the case of Jesus' demand of the rich young ruler that he sell all that he possessed and give the proceeds to the poor, Matthew 19, etc. 当我们读到耶稣要求青年的官要把他一切所有的变卖，然后把这个钱呢分给穷人，同样的我们会出现同类的问题，马太19章等等。A demand which has a general form in Luke 12:33, 而且在路加福音12章33节有一个比较一般性的同样的问题的形式 Sell that ye have and give alms. 你有的变卖，然后救济穷人。These latter commandments refer specifically to property. 这些的刚才所提到的耶稣的吩咐呢，特别与人的财产有关 and are further connected with other pronouncements made by Jesus about riches and the rich 这些都与耶稣其他的讲的话有关，这些关于财宝跟有钱人的话语是有关的。Such as the saying that it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven, Matthew 19:24 following. 譬如说，骆驼走过针眼，比一个有钱人进入天国还容易呢。马太福音19章24节起 ，The warning against laying up treasures on the earth. 耶稣警告我们不要把财宝堆积在地上。马太6章19节起 ，The parable of the rich fool. 那个有钱的愚蠢的人的比喻。路加12章16节起 ，The words about serving God and mammon， 耶稣讲的不可侍奉神，同时侍奉马门。马太6章24节参考路加16章13节 ，The parable of the rich man and Lazarus， 那个富有的人跟拉撒路的那个比喻，路加16章19到30节等等。Luke's gospel especially is full of pronouncements which seems to be against riches and property。路加福音好像特别多这些耶稣所讲的话。好像耶稣敌对财宝跟财产。For this interpretation, an appeal is often made to the wording of the Beatitudes in Luke, and the recurrent "Woe unto you that, woe unto you that are rich, woe unto you that are full," etc. 这样子解释耶稣是反对财宝财产呢，是来自路加福音一些的富和祸的一些的话语。你们有祸了，你们有钱的人有祸了，你们饱足的人有祸等等。所以这种的解释一般诉诸于路加这些的有祸的句子。In connection with this, the question may arise whether Jesus forbids his disciples to have any possessions. 与这个有关的就是有另外一个问题了，究竟耶稣有没有禁止他的门徒有任何的财宝呢？Or at least insist on each of them having an equal amount of possessions， 或者至少耶稣坚持每个门徒所拥有的财宝是完全平等才对呢？ In this context, we cannot discuss all the questions that may arise。 在我们这里没有篇幅能够讨论所有有关的问题 ，nor enter into details about all the texts quoted， 也不能详细的讨论每一段所引用过的经文。We wish to point out the following facts， 但是我们想指出下列的一些的事实，有6个事实。第一个事实 ，Number 1, in our opinion, the view that Jesus' commandments in general have only a limited sphere of validity must be rejected。首先，我们必须要拒绝一种的看法，就是耶稣的诫命呢，一般来说，它的有效性都是很有限的，在某一个范围里面才是有效的。我们拒绝这种的看法。According to this view, these commandments were supposed to apply only to the life of Jesus' disciples who were chosen by him to preach the gospel. 根据这个观点呢，耶稣这些的诫命只是应用在耶稣的门徒的身上，耶稣拣选他们要传福音的 or to the life of those who want to enter the kingdom of heaven by a safer and a more perfect road， 或者只应用在那些愿意更安全的、更完全的走那条进天国的路那些人。Jesus' commandments must then be conceived of as an evangelical advice。所以耶稣这些的诫命呢，只不过是福音书里面一些的劝告，就是说不是每个人都必须要遵守的。Others seek the sphere of validity of Jesus' commandments in a particular sector of human life。另外有些人呢，看这些的诫命呢，只不过在某一些人生的层面上是有效的。The personal sector in contradistinction to the sphere of an office。譬如说在个人的生命上是如此，但是呢，你认知有个职位的时候，又不是咯。Or in the mutual relations between the faithful in the fellowship within the Christian church， 或者只是在基督教会里面信徒之间的相交的关系才有效。所以不同的方法来说，耶稣这些诫命呢，它的有效性是有所限制的。To our mind, such a restriction of the sphere of validity of these commandments has no support in the gospel。 我们的意见是，这样来限制这些的诫命的有效范围呢，完全没有福音书的支持 which consistently removes all limitation from the so-called sphere of validity of the divine law。 福音书一致的把上帝律法的有效范围呢，任何的限制都排除的。The gospel emphatically warns us against any geographical, so-called geographic escape from demand of the divine law， 福音书不断的强调，警告我们不要在任何的范围地域里面来逃脱上帝律法的要求的 ，as much as it does against the hypocrisy and the leaven of the Pharisees。就正如福音书里面警告我们要逃避法利赛人的面笑，或者是假冒为善。But not only few, but all men must pass along this narrow way and through this straight gate。因为不是只是几个人而已，每一个人，所有的人都必须走这条窄路进窄门的。Not only personal responsibility, but also that of an office falls under the righteousness of the kingdom of heaven. Luke 3:10-14, 19:8。不单单是个人的责任，而且是任职的一个职分本身都有这个责任来活出天国的义的。路加3章10-14节，路加19章第8节。Not only the relations within the church and among the people of the same mind, but no less that which must be suffered at the hands of one's enemies, persecuted, etc., is subsumed under the demand of the consistent love of Jesus' commandments. 耶稣所要求的这个完全的一致的爱的命令呢，不单单是在教会里面同一条心的人之间，而且是要在我们的仇敌和逼迫我们的人的手中有效的。马太5章43-48节。好，所以第一个要提出的事实就是说，耶稣基督所宣讲的诫命，它的有效范围不是很狭窄的，我们不可以限制它。Number 2， 第二个事实。On the other hand, it is clear that to interpret Jesus' concrete application of the divine law as a new law is to create an erroneous impression. 另外一方面，很明显的一件事就是，若解释耶稣那些具体的对于律法的应用是一个新的律法，是造成一个错误的印象。These applications are not a number of general rules that must be followed by everybody in all kinds of circumstances. 耶稣基督这样来应用律法，并不是提出一些一般性的准则，每个人在所有情况里面都要遵行的。Such a conception would be in open conflict with the general picture that the gospel gives of Jesus' own life. 你这样看的话呢，就与福音书里面讲的耶稣基督他自己的生平整幅的图画是相矛盾的 ，and of that of his disciples， 也是与耶稣的门徒的生活有所矛盾 ，and would also be a misinterpretation of the character of these commandments， 也是误解了耶稣的诫命的本质。就是说，你不要以为这个是 new law， 是放四海皆准的一些的诫命。Many of them, and precisely those that always give rise to the question of their practicability, are examples of the way in which particular principles of the law must be applied if this law is taken with full seriousness. 很多这些的诫命，特别让我们想起可行吗？那些的诫命呢，是一些的举例。耶稣举例说出，假如我们要很认真的正视神的律法的话，我们该应用哪一些的律法的原则？就是说，这些是应用的例子。This applies especially to the much debated commandments of Matthew 5:21-48， 特别是马太福音第5章21-48节那些的常常被辩论的诫命呢，特别是如此。They have an illustrative value。马太5章21-48节是一个比喻性的说明的一些的经文。Their validity, of course, is the same as that of the law or the principle of the law of which they are applications. 当然，它们的有效性呢，是与律法或者他们所应用的律法的原则是同样的有效的。The commandment of love illustrated, for example, by the commandment of defenselessness. 譬如说，不要为自己报仇，就是说，人家打你，你不要回报。Of love of one's enemy, 爱仇敌等等。In itself does not always mean that one should give in to any demand or to any pressure. 它本身的意义并不是说每一次有任何的要求、任何的压力，我们都需要投降。But there are other commandments and principles that have been embodied in the divine law. 因为在上帝的律法里面，也放置了其他一些的诫命， 其他一些的原则。By the side of the prohibition to kill， 除了有不可杀人这个禁止以外， there's a demand from the authorities to ensure justice, if need be with a sword。 上帝同时要求掌权者要执行公义，若需要的话，佩剑就是用刀剑来执行公义的。And by the side of the demand for truth, which renders superfluous every declaration upon oath that one means what one says and shall do what one promises, there is the sacred oath originating not in the faithlessness of society, but in the confession that one lives in the presence of God。 一方面，耶稣基督要求我们要讲真话，这样子呢，任何的发誓的宣告就不必了，因为我们就不需要发誓说我们在讲的我们是诚心，是我们真正的意思，我们也愿意兑现我们的承诺。一方面耶稣有讲这个，你只要是就说是，不是说不是的话就不需要发誓。反过来说，又有一些圣洁的神圣的誓约，不是因为人类的世界是没有信仰，那是因为我们相信承认我们是活在上帝的面前，所以需要做某一些的誓约的。This is the complexity of the revealed law of God。 这个就是上帝的律法是多么的复杂， which takes account of the complexity of human life。 因为上帝的律法是考虑到人类的生命是这么复杂的， and of the power of sin， 罪的权势也是这么的复杂的。 The idea that in his application of the law, Jesus has denied or annihilated this multiform complexity and has instead reduced the whole of righteousness to a few radical rules of life is obviously in conflict with the explicit character of these commandments。 耶稣基督这些的吩咐有他很明显的性质，就是这些是一些的应用的例子。所以假如我们认为当耶稣这样应用律法的时候，他否认或者消灭了这个律法的多元性跟复杂性，把耶稣基督所吩咐的约化为几条极端的人生的准则，这样子就完全与耶稣基督这些的诫命的性质相违背。Jesus' warning is not directed against this complexity and the complicated content of the revealed divine will。 耶稣就警告，不是警告我们要避开上帝所启示的旨意的复杂性和它的复杂的内容，不是 ，but against any hypocritical appeal to it。 耶稣基督所警告的是，我们不可以用假冒为善的方法来诉诸于上帝的律法里面所启示的他的旨意。再讲一次哈，我们不可以否认上帝所颁布的律法是涵盖人生各方面的，所以呢，它有它的复杂性，所以不要把耶稣所吩咐的跟上帝吩咐的约化为几条工程式就是了。好，下面还有第3、第4、第5和第6件事是我们的作者要提出的。